Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Bilco. This is their part number RPRS562LP, 14¼ inch left-hand hold-open arm. And this is meant to install on the left-hand side. So when you're viewing the roof hatch from the roof and you open it, the hold open bracket will be on your left, just as it's basically shown here in what we're looking at in the camera view perspective. Okay. Now this is a hold open bracket which covers, frankly, an unknown set of roof hatches. Unknown because we don't know what they install this on, what models, because they don't maintain a bill of materials that we have access to. So this video is to serve as visual and dimensional evidence of what exactly this hold open bracket is. Okay. Now let's take a closer look at it dimensionally. And let's start with the bracket that goes on the underside of the lid. It's going to go in your unit's basically in the open position. It will look like this. Relatively look like that. Okay, so let's start with the lid bracket. Overall length of the lid bracket, 9¾ inches. Overall height, about 2 inches. Overall width, the fact that it's a Z bracket, is about 1¼ inch. It's made of steel, zinc dichromate. The 14¼ is certainly going to be a reference to the length of the arm. Now I can tell you that this arm length is going to occur in other units, but what is different is the lid bracket. This is clearly shorter than other lid brackets, so I can tell you that this differentiates it from the far more common material. The 14½ inch is a reference to the center line of the pivoting on the side wall up here to that joint where it's going to hold open, or that axis in the handle. Okay, 14½ inch is where that comes in. Again, this is going to be made of steel with a zinc dichromate finish. Overall height, about 1 inch, just heavy on that. Okay. Also with this, we're going to get the red vinyl slip over handle and the bolts. Let's take a look at those now. And that red replacement handle, which you can buy these separately, about 4¼ in the length, outside diameter about 1 inch. And that does just pressure fit right onto there. You'll work that in that hole and then tap that down with a rubber mallet would be a good idea. Then you'll need a total of 4 screws, and you get 4 hex cap screws. I believe they're 3/8 of an inch. 2 for the sidewall mounting bracket. And then, of course, 2 for the lid bracket. Okay. And again, if I was trying to determine if this was the correct hold open bracket, first of all, if you weren't sure, I would submit to us the serial number, if there is one on the sidewall. If not, photographs, dimensions, the depth and width of the roof hatch as well, the composition, what it's made of, steel, aluminum. From there, we can contact the factory and ask for them to tell us, to the best of their ability, what hold open bracket is necessary. This client happened to have the serial number, so we were able to supply the lifting mechanism and the hold open arm assembly with no guesswork at all, because the factory, with that information, pulled their bill of material and could absolutely determine. If I was trying to match this video to what you had, I would obviously match the length of this, the other dimensional properties. I would then, of course, match the 14½ inch. At that point, if your roof hatch is made of steel and not aluminum, this is in my guess, in my estimation, without having access to the engineering documents or any bill of materials for parts, I would say that this is certainly the item, especially when it says Bilco. There is a link below this video to the installation instructions where you can take a look at their recommended procedure to replace the hold open bracket. There's also a link to a document called Technical Drawing. But that drawing, there are many drawings here. and I don't see that any of it actually applies to this item directly, but I'm going to choose to leave it associated there so that it may serve some help in determining whether or not this material is correct for your application. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Bilco products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Bilco? This is their part number, RPRS562LP, left-hand hold open bracket. They may make a right hand as well. It's unusual to have that, but you do see them on much wider units because of the deflection of the lid. But the left side is where you're always going to find that material installed as standard. Any questions on this or any other Bilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.